welcome back to my channel. I have a grocery haul for you today, as well as a little bit of meal prepping and some recipes and stuff like that. So stay tuned if you're interested in seeing what I'm eating this week. I had my check-in with my coaches this morning, sent them all my photos and stuff like that, had my normal weigh-in, and every week I fill out a little questionnaire that talks about you know, how you went for the week. And one of the things I was really thinking about was they were talking about having any like bloating or digestion issues and things like that. And I was like, you know what? I have not been eating the best. I have been eating a lot of artificial kind of, if it fits your macros kind of foods, and probably foods that my body personally doesn't agree with a ton. So in order to combat that and hopefully improve my overall health and well-being, I just went to the supermarket and I bought some really healthy food for this week. I planned out all my macros and my meals for the entire week, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm planning on eating. I just did the goddamn healthiest food shop of my life, so I have to document it. Let's do a good old-fashioned grocery haul, because I am so proud of myself this week because I'm actually focusing on eating healthy foods and not just foods that fit my macros. So I'm gonna do a grocery haul of all the healthy food, and you guys can just pretend that I eat like this all the time and that I never ever have bad foods. Thanks. So let's start with my protein sources. Like I said, at the moment I do if it fits your macros. So these are gonna change week to week. But this week I'm gonna cook my own chicken. Sometimes I get the pre-cooked BODYFOODS chicken. You can use my code for 2 extra meals with every order. But this week I felt like cooking myself. So I've got 2 packets of the breast schnitzel because I CBF cutting up a kilo of chicken myself, and so I got the schnitzel ones because easy, convenient, all that jazz. Next I got chicken and feta sausages. I want to make some kind of like breakfast hash sort of situation, so I wanted flavorful sausages for that, and these ones are so good. The feta in them is so freaking good. I also decided to buy some bacon for flavor. Honestly, flavor is key when you are on prep, because if I don't want to eat my food, I'm gonna be really miserable. So I wanted to cook up some of the bacon and add it to my meals to give extra flavor, make it taste really good, an extra hit of protein. People think bacon's like really unhealthy for you, but like fuck them. I love these. This is just like shaved chicken. It is just literal slices of chicken. I just think these are so convenient, and I pretty much have one of these like quarters a day, probably really high in sodium or something like that, but like again, I don't care. Lastly, I've got some pumpkin and caramelized onion vegan sausages. Again, I just wanted to spice up my food sources this week a little bit, and these are going to taste really good, so I'm going to have some of these with chicken as well, and I don't know, have some extra flavor in my meals. For my fat and like kind of flavor sources in a few of my meals as well, I bought some hummus because I find this works really well on chicken as kind of like a sauce, and it's delicious. And then I also got some reduced fat feta. This one had pretty low calories in comparison to a lot of the other ones on the shelf, so I got this one here. I'm gonna try and eat some salads this week, so I find using feta and nuts and stuff like that makes my salads a lot more interesting. If you don't eat dairy, then sucks to be you. And then the fun stuff, and by fun I mean I hate eating vegetables. So these are the vegetables that I personally can tolerate and like, but a lot of vegetables I genuinely do not like. So this morning I was adamant that I was going to buy all the vegetables that I could think of that I was like, yep, okay, I can definitely eat that thing. I wrote down like a list of everything that I like, and also increase my fiber intake and just try and improve my overall health and digestion and all that sort of thing this week. One of the vegetables I do like is asparagus, especially pan-fried asparagus. It just tastes great. It took me so long to realize the correlation between like your pea smelling an asparagus. I know that's like a genetic thing, like some people it doesn't make your pea smell, but like most people it makes your pea smell. It took me literally like eating asparagus for a good 2 to 3 weeks before I was like, that my pea smells after I eat asparagus. That makes sense. Until then, I just thought my pea smelled like onions, and I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with me? I got some cucumbers. I'm gonna have like half a cucumber a day just to add extra snacks into my day that are super low calorie, lots of water, all that good stuff. I have some zucchinis, so I'm gonna have 1 zucchini a day as well. I find I really like zucchini when it has been roasted in the oven, and it's just, I don't know, I like it. I got brown onion. Again, I wanna make some kind of hash sort of breakfast situation, so I'm gonna use the onion to give it some extra flavor. I pretty much always use onion and garlic in all of my cooking, so I always buy brown onions. I just find the flavor is nicer. Sweet potato. I've been craving sweet potato for some reason, so I wanted to make either some chippies or just have some little roasted pieces of sweet potato. Pumpkin. This is a Kent pumpkin. I don't really care what kind of pumpkin I usually buy. I just like this one because it was the right size for how many grams I needed. Pumpkin's really good, low calorie as well, and helps to like bulk out a meal, be really nice and healthy, all that good stuff. Baby potatoes, spudlight potatoes in particular. I'm gonna have some of these potatoes as part of my breakfast. I'm gonna have potatoes, chicken sausages, some asparagus, and I cook it all up, make it taste really good. These are the spudlight potatoes, so they're a little bit less carbs, which is good for my macros, obviously. Speaking of carbs, I've got some fruit. I love fruit. Fruit is one of those things that I could eat kilos and kilos and kilos of fruit and never get sick of it. I love it so much, but it is really hard to fit into your macros sometimes unless you have a ton of carbs to work with. So I'm gonna treat myself this week, and I'm gonna have apples, and I'm also gonna have some strawberries because strawberries are a little bit less calories. Again, I'm increasing my fruit and vegetable intake, trying to increase my fiber, and these 2 items make me really happy. Eating fruit in general makes me happy. Then the last thing I got was some baby spinach. Again, eating lots of greens and trying to up my vitamins and things like that. I'm also gonna have some salad. So I did buy some salad leaves. These are the baby leaf salad mix. I don't know, whatever. It's lettuce, basically. And yeah, that is my grocery haul for this week. This all up cost me $123, and it was all from Woolworths, if you couldn't already tell from most of the branding. And that is pretty average for me on a weekly basis. I usually spend about $100 to $150 on groceries every week. But yeah, I just wanted to document how freaking healthy I'm being this week, and how proud I am of myself. I'm kidding, but I am really trying to make a conscious decision to eat a little bit cleaner this week, and we'll hopefully see some good results from that. So stay tuned, and I am going to show you guys what I end up making with all of this stuff. We're using the chicken sausages, spudlight potatoes, asparagus, brown onion, and baby spinach. First thing I'm going to do is prep the onion. I'm going to cut this up with my alligator and then chuck this in a pan with a bit of water. Next, I'm chopping up all of the spudlight potatoes into tiny little bits. These potatoes are now going to get put in the microwave to essentially parboil them, and then when they are cooked through, they're going to go in the pan with the onions. To prep the asparagus, I literally just cut the ends off. And throw this away. I also save and reuse all of the rubber bands so they never go to waste. Then I'm going to just chop them one more time, because the mid sections tend to cook a little bit longer, and then these bits don't take as long. So I'm going to put these all in the pan first, and then these ones after like 5 minutes. Tiny bit of coconut oil spray, and that's it. Now my potatoes are nice and soft. I'm going to pop them in the pan, and I'm also going to pop in a little bit of garlic, and by a little bit I mean like a nice chunk of garlic. Then turn it up to high and let them get crispy. Now that the potatoes and onion have a little bit of browning on them, I'm just transferred them into a container while I cook the sausages. Exact same pan because I don't like doing washing up. A little bit more oil. Ta-da! And then I'm literally just gonna break up the sausages as they cook to make them into like little crumbles. When the chicken is all cooked, I'm gonna pop back in the potatoes and the onions. Now that it's all mixed together, I'm just gonna leave this to get a little bit crispy. I'm gonna season it a little bit with some herbamare. I love this stuff. This giant bag of spinach is now this pathetic little amount. This actually smells so freaking good. Those sausages just do something. They're so yummy. So now I'm gonna put this bowl onto the scale, and it is 1783, and this container weighs 757, so I'm gonna go minus 757, which equals 1026 grams. Divide that by 6. Each meal is going to be 171 grams. So I can either make a note in my phone and write down that every time I portion this out, I need 170 grams, or I could portion this out right now and put this into containers. Since I am making breakfast, lunch, and dinners for myself this week, I'm not going to separate it into containers because I don't own that many containers. All right, I'm going to zero out my scale. This is all my asparagus. I'm going to dump out this asparagus into another bowl. And the leftover grams is 336. So I know that I have 336 grams of asparagus divided by 6 is 56. So I'm going to aim for about 50 to 60 grams of asparagus per meal. All right, this is going to be the lunch meal. So we've got chicken breast, pumpkin, hummus for like a sauce, some veggie dogs as well, and some zucchini. I'm not even going to show you how I cook this because I'm literally going to put this in the pan with some seasoning, put these in the oven, put that in the oven, put them in a pan. It's not that complicated. Now we're just speeding along. So all of the chicken for lunch and dinner has been cooked. For my dinner, I'm also having some bacon on top of like a salad thing. So I cooked all of that bacon as well. These are the veggie sausages. These honestly smell so freaking good. And I sneakily had like the tiniest bit of one. And oh my God, they taste so good. So I'm so excited that I bought those. And now I want to eat them every single day. So excited about that. And lastly, I've just chopped up my sweet potato for my dinner, and this is going to go into the microwave to steam. I'm currently waiting for the pumpkin and zucchini that are in the oven. And that's pretty much all the cooking I have to do. Everything else is just assembling. So there you go. This is going to be my breakfast hash for the week. It probably looks gross to most people. It tastes freaking phenomenal. And lunch is done. We have zucchini roasted, the chicken, some pumpkin, the veggie sausages, and some hummus right in the middle. I'm actually so excited for this meal. And these are my snacks for the day. So you can see there's heaps of volume here because that's the thing I've been struggling with lately, is staying full. So we've got an entire pink lady apple, half a cucumber, 80 grams of chicken slices, and some strawberries. And this hopefully is going to keep me a lot fuller than the snacks I was previously having. Here is dinner all served up. We've got the lettuce underneath, then sweet potato, chicken, bacon, and feta on top. This is modeled after a salad I've had in the past from a restaurant that I really love. And I'm just going to leave it like this for now. But I'm going to make a separate dressing, and that is going to consist of 20 mils of the balsamic fat-free dressing and then 5 grams of whole grain mustard. I'm going to mix that together and then pour that on top when I'm ready to eat it. And that is everything I'm going to eat this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like to see from me. Hopefully this will help me stay a little bit more full and a little bit more satiated throughout the week. So I'll let you know how it goes. And other than that, I hope you all have a really great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.